Day 2 of 25 days of rebuilds. Today we have the Baltimore Ravens. This is the best, worst team in the league, I think. I don't know, it's so tough to say because every team is like the best, worst team. They look amazing, they look terrible, and the Ravens are no different. They've had their games where they've looked amazing. They've made some huge comebacks. They've been a really, really slow starting team in some games and have made some big comebacks in the second half. And then they got dominated by the Bengals and dominated by the Dolphins. What is this team? All I know is they've got one of the best quarterbacks in football in Lamar Jackson and some really, really good players all throughout. Health is a problem for this team at the moment. Getting J.K. Dobbins back will be huge in 2023, but for us, we get him right away. So let's go ahead and talk about this team and maybe point out some areas for improvement. Let's get this team back to full health. J.K. Dobbins in there. That's my running back of the future. This is the guy. Was great at Ohio State, was unbelievable as a rookie. He averaged over 5 yards per carry. 6 yards per carry. Unbelievable rookie year from J.K. Dobbins. He was excellent. I love the addition of Rashad Bateman. He was one of the best receivers in the draft. They got him in the first round. I love my guy Devin Duvernay, playing him over Sammy Watkins. I have my receiving core of the future. Hollywood Brown has stopped dropping the ball so much. So he was already a good speed guy that can get open, at least deep, right? He was not a tremendous route runner coming out of Oklahoma, but is someone that can get open deep at least and is developing as a player overall. Had a few drops in the Detroit game, but other than that, Hollywood Brown's been pretty good. Love Rashad Bateman. I love the offense. If Ronnie Stanley can stay healthy, which is a big if, he's amazing. Mark Andrews is a top 5 tight end in football. Easily Nick Boyle in there as well. Have to upgrade the O-line. Kevin Zeitler's okay. Tyree Phillips, I'm going to start over Ben Powers because he got star dev. And then defensively, there are some big-time players on this team, but we need to be better. Marcus Peters is injured. Tavon Young's always injured. Jimmy Smith is probably someone I'm going to look to trade. I think this could be a Super Bowl caliber team right now. Just injuries have hurt. Odafe Owe has been so awesome. It's insane. That's just when you have a great, great athlete that gets in with the right coaches and you can develop him and you put him in the right situations. Odafe Owe has been an awesome player so far. You have Calais Campbell, Brandon Williams. Justin Madubuike is pretty good. He's going to end up taking over for Brandon Williams, I think. Williams is 32. I probably want to trade him. I have to look for the future. And I'm not sure if I see this as a 3-4 team. I don't know. I like Tyus Bowser too, but he's going to be a free agent. Justin Houston is 32 as well. I would have guessed probably like 34. I thought he was older. Chuck Clark. I love my guy Deshaun Elliott out of Texas. But I think I have to make some trades to get this team better for the future. How old is Marcus Peters? Like 29? 28. Marcus Peters could stick around, but I need to get younger. Who can I hate the linebackers, by the way. Josh Bynes, LJ Fort, Malik Harrison, Patrick Queen. Malik Harrison got shot. Tough for that. And then Patrick Queen has just been bad this year. He can't tackle, he can't cover. He's been a bit of a liability. Liked him at LSU. Thought he was decent as a rookie. He can't tackle this year, and it's devastating. Because I think he's going to be an awesome player, but this has been a bad year for him. Pernell McPhee in here as well. Let me make some trades. The thing we actually have to decide on right now, do we want to try and be a contender in year 1? I think the answer is yes. I think the answer is yes. So we got to change the way the defense operates a bit in order to make that possible. We could go, if we run a 4-3, we could keep Tyus Bowser at outside linebacker, have LJ Fort, Patrick Queen, and then my D-line could be Calais Campbell, Justin Madubuike, trade Brandon Williams, and then have Houston and Owe at edge. That might be the way to do it. How old is LJ Fort? 31? Yeah, I thought he was pretty old. Didn't think he was 31, though. Would have guessed like 29. We got to get younger. We got to get better. And 4-3 defenses play way better than 3-4 in this game in simulation. So I think I have to make a move. Calais Campbell is still really good. We'll have no trade value as a 35-year-old, so we didn't even consider him. But Jimmy Smith got to go. Brandon Williams got to go. Justin Houston, I think I can hold on to. Very quickly, you can use code Bengal on SeatGeek, SEATGEEK. Find it in the App Store. Whenever you're buying tickets for anything, use code Bengal. You'll save $20. I'm not saying go out of your way, right? But if you're going to go to a baseball game, football game, basketball, concert, anywhere that you're going to buy a ticket for, if you're going to already, use code Bengal and save yourself some money. Why not? Give me Jerome Baker. Give me Jerome Baker. He should be pretty easy to trade for. Don't want to get Jalen Phillips because he was a first-round pick in 2021. Let's see. What can I trade here? It's going to be my second-round pick. Can I do a third? Brandon Williams, Alejandro Villanueva, and a third for Jerome Baker in a second? I'll swap twos. I think that our pick is going to be pretty late. I think we're going to be pretty good this year. And we have Juwan James, so Alejandro Villanueva, don't really need him. Brandon Williams, just trade him while we can for something. And this helps me transition more into a 4-3, getting a really good, really athletic young linebacker that should be awesome. Derek Wolfe and Nick Boyle to the Texans for a second-round pick, which should be pretty high. Just not guys that are gonna play an impact. Pretty simple. Sammy Watkins is just not part of my future. It's amazing he's only 28. Feels like he's been in the league forever. 2014 draft, taken number 4 overall. Bills moved up for him. It just didn't end up being that great. Okay, huge trade. Tavon Young, Sammy Watkins, and Kevin Zeitler. We're sending a Clemson receiver to the Chargers when they might be losing a Clemson receiver in Mike Williams in this offseason. Jimmy Smith didn't have trade value, and he's better than Tavon Young right now. Sammy Watkins we don't need for the future. We have Anthony Averett, who I'm actually fine as a CB4, an eventual CB3, and I'm fine with that. We're going to move Justin Houston down. We're going to move guys all over. And then with Kevin Zeitler, he's not a part of the long-term team in my mind. So I've decided to start Ben Powers, who's 24, and see if we can develop him at left guard and Tyree Phillips at right guard. Gus Bus going to start as the power back. Upgrade him to a 79 overall. It's a pretty good looking team. +1 speed for Gus Edwards too. Might make me hold on to him for another season or two. But this is the way the team's going to be set up. This is the defense. Yeah, I don't want to move to a 4-3. In Madden, 3-4 defenses just don't play particularly well in simulation. And this is a simulation series, so it has to happen. I don't like it, but we're at the mercy of the game. 7-0 at the midseason mark. Doing quite well. We'll auto-generate the rookies. 7-0 is good. Some might say it's the best possible situation you could be in. Calais Campbell will be a free agent. Okay, some interesting guys in here. The biggest one to me, Patrick McCarry, who I'm going to keep as well. Might want to keep him. The biggest one to me is Deshaun Elliott. Age plus overall plus development trait plus Texas Hook'em Horns. My guy, Deshaun Elliott. Too good to let go. Calais Campbell's really good still. He's 35. I'm okay with paying him, though, for a year. He wants more money? You're insane. Long-term contract for Deshaun Elliott secured. Justin Houston, I'm going to have to let go. Patrick Ricard doesn't really do anything for me. There's not really a point to paying him, I don't think. Maybe a fullback in this offense matters more than I thought. You know, we'll give him a deal. It's not too long, not too expensive. Averett, can't negotiate with now, but would be like maybe a 2-year deal. Probably wouldn't do more than that. And we'll talk to some of those guys in a bit. So many 1 to 2 guys. Like, can't get everyone. This looks like the best athlete I've seen, David Austin. But we don't really know about any of these guys right now. It's so early, and the CPU has not scouted corner. I'm not going to even look at that guy. But we're essentially just going to have to get lucky. Just upgraded strong arm for Lamar Jackson. We got only 1, and it was throw power +1. I want throw accuracy deep. I also want to take Truz off of him. Give him something else. +2 man and +2 zone for Deshaun Elliott. Makes him even better. Jerome Baker is going to be a big one. Want to make him extremely well-rounded. This is my middle linebacker of the future. Committed to him when we traded for him. So need him better in coverage. 70 zone would be good for me. And Malik Harrison kind of along the same lines where there's a chance that he ends up playing a lot for me long term. Not a great chance. It's probably not best case scenario, but there's a chance where he stays on the team a little bit longer than you might think initially. Rashad Bateman, 3 touchdowns or 150 yards. I guess it is possible. I'm gonna put him in the slot. Hold on, maybe not, because I don't know if Baltimore playbook operates that way. So Hollywood Brown has the most yards and most touchdowns. I'm gonna put Rashad Bateman as receiver 1. I don't think he's gonna get up to what I would assume to be superstar dev. I'm sure he started with star. I mean, 3 touchdowns and 150 is a pretty big game. But let's put him as receiver 1, see if we can make something happen. And we're still undefeated, by the way. I'm simulating week by week after the midseason mark to get to week 11, so I can do the focus players thing. So we'll see. We lost our first game, only scored 14 points. And I guess Rashad Bateman did it and now has superstar dev. Well, that is a perk of simulating week by week. Rashad Bateman is now a superstar, and it's not even like week 10 yet. For the focus players, I think it has to be the corners. I think David Austin, I said, was quite good. I think. And then I'm going to do Antoine Collins and Duron Meredith. 3 corners. Now, we still, even after making him a focus player, do not know man or zone for Duron Meredith. Or press. The 3 most important cornerback attributes we don't even have a clue on. And David Austin did not work. And neither did Antoine Collins, because the game is terrible. Did it choose anybody else? Or did it just not do anybody? This stupid game. Okay. Steven Gano looks awesome. He does have F injury, which won't matter. But we might be drafting a center. 15-2 is where we finish. Had a really strong running game. Passing game was not so good, but I don't care. I don't care. Why would I? Because we were still like a really good team. 6th best offense in terms of yards. Lamar was fine. It's a good year. Just 29 touchdowns seems a bit low. J.K. Dobbins only averaged 3.8 yards per carry. That's going to go up as he gets better. He is clearly getting the football a lot. He's just not quite good enough yet. Lamar ran for about 900 yards, 9 touchdowns. Gus Bus had 11 touchdowns. And then receiving, Hollywood Brown under 1,000 yards, had 11 TDs. Rashad Bateman now has superstar dev, and he's only 21. And he already looks pretty good. Just need to bring that route running along. And then we have the defense. Jerome Baker and Patrick Queen at over 100 tackles. 17 tackles for loss for Justin Houston. 15 and 14 for Campbell and Matabuike. And then sacks. Matabuike, 7.5 led the team. Adafe Owe only was 6. Calais Campbell, 6.5. As these guys get better, we're going to put up better numbers. So I'm not really too worried about it. 15-2 was an amazing season. Every other team in the AFC North went 7-10. And we will see what we can do against the very good New England Patriots. Ben Powers up to a 74. Maybe helping out his case for being a long-term starter. And we'll see what we can do in the playoffs. The Patriots also went 7-10. Seems like the whole league did. And we are going to lose in the divisional round of the playoffs. 15-2 Ravens going down at the hands of the 7-10 Patriots at home. All right. And it's off-season time. Yay. Patriots won the Super Bowl with Mac Jones. 36-31 over the Packers. And let's see here. Tom Brady won MVP in a year the Bucks did not win the Super Bowl, but the Patriots did, his old team. Trevor Lawrence, offensive rookie. I don't know if you guys knew that, by the way. Tom Brady used to play on the Patriots. Pretty interesting. And JOK, defensive rookie of the year. But you don't see Tom Brady win MVP all that frequently, I feel like, in franchise. But he could very well do it in real life. Lamar Jackson up to a 96, by the way. I'm going to do field general this time. I want medium and deep accuracy. We have +1 throw power again. Lamar's going to have 99 arm strength. Got 94 throw power. Medium accuracy's got to be upgraded for sure. But we're going into the offseason. We should have some money. I think Calais Campbell said no. He might end up retiring. So I'm not even sure we'll be able to re-sign him anyway. Justin Houston got up to star dev. Calais Campbell is sticking around. I will give you one more year because you're still very good. So massive contract. Calais Campbell stays in Baltimore. And you know what? I'm thinking it's a no to like everybody. Yeah, maybe Patrick McCarry. I don't really want to start him, but worst comes to worst, I can make it happen. He's going to test free agency. I'm kind of fine with that. Yeah, I am. We're going to let these guys walk. We got Leighton Vander Esch in free agency. Not too bad. Can't start Ben Cleveland. Yeah, we need a center. We need a center. I know we just let one go. Don't worry about that. Just worry about the best kicker of all time, Justin Tucker, hook 'em horns. Best kicker ever. You can't convince me otherwise. Patrick Queen, superstar dev. Marlon Humphrey has definitely had superstar. If he didn't, it's a mistake. Patrick Queen superstar is massive. Leighton Vander Esch is just an upgrade. I'm not planning on keeping Tyus Bowser long term. So maybe a Jerome Baker move to outside linebacker. Got 63 finesse moves. 63 finesse moves is not too bad. Where are we on LVE? 64 power moves. I don't know. I'm gonna move Vander Esch to outside linebacker because I'm paying him like a middle linebacker. So it's gonna be cheaper. Outside linebackers command more money. You are not gonna wear 23. I'll give you 52. I can't think of anyone on the Ravens that's ever worn that. You know, I say that from time to time, and they'll go, Ray Lewis? Well, you don't know who Ray Lewis is? It's like, I'm not being serious. Of course I would know the guy that murdered people in the league. Obviously. I know O.J. Simpson, don't I? It's the same thing. Except the timeline's different. I don't even know where we pick in the draft, by the way. That's going to be fun to find out. Do we have our pick? No, we have the Chargers. And we do have our pick. We should have two. Now, I did scout Dexter Ivory, I think. Ooh, finesse moves. And he's really athletic. Ooh, Dexter Ivory. He might have to be the one. He is 23. Old boy. That's how old I am, dude. Imagine. Imagine finding that out that way. That's how old I am. Now, with Bryce Hoskins, I would love to know power moves. Oh, he's so slow. He's so slow. Yeah, this is like the slowest guy I've ever seen. I would not have done focus player had I known he was such a terrible athlete. But and I still, with this corner, I don't have any idea about his coverage. 70%. Antoine Collins is not bad. B-Man's pretty good. I did focus player on David Austin. He got up to 70%. Now he's at 100, so we know everything about him. And he's bad. But he is fast. Maybe he's a safety? 6'3", 183. Doesn't really have the build for it. Dexter Ivory is the guy I need. That's the player we need. 6'4", 263. Gonna fit perfectly in the 4-3 at defensive end. We got Adafe Owe one side. Ryan Ivory. That's not his name. Doesn't matter what his name is. But we're gonna trade up for him. 100%. All right. Lions at number 1. Jets, Eagles, Texans, Dolphins. I tried to trade for the Texans first rounder / Laramie Tunsil. Didn't work. Ivory's probably going to go at number 4. So I might want to move up to number 3. There goes Nick Manuel. Lions get their QB of the future. Jets get another quarterback. They take Theo Thigpen. Actually, I mean, the Eagles are going to take a receiver. Let's be real. There goes Ronnie Bennett. And we'll make a move for the Texans number 4. Pick at 25. I guess it's the Chargers. That might be ours, actually. And then 28. The Texans desperately need more picks. They have a huge lack of picks. So 2 first-round picks for them, as we will move up into the number 4 spot and take our defensive end of the future. and that is going to be Dexter Ivory. We've looked at him. We know he's going to be good. Amazing tackle, amazing finesse moves. Really, really great athlete. Good block shedding as well. Welcome to the team. Does have normal dev because obviously he does. But 88 speed is amazing for a defensive end. Good strength. Acceleration's crazy. He's going to be very good. We just hope we can get him up to star dev as soon as possible. And the next pick I'll take will be in the second round. Do I take a running back here? Got 4.37 speed. Change of direction's not very good. I don't know. We don't really know much about him. He doesn't look good, but he is really fast. And I kind of don't have any idea what to take at this spot. Like, the corners look ass. Jermaine Barton has A, awareness. I'm going to take him just off that, and he's fast enough. 6'3", good speed. Hidden dev, got 90 speed. That's how you get hidden dev players. Say, I don't know anything. It's fine. And they're going to be good. Because anyone that looks good, well, they're not going to have a good development trait. Because that would make way too much sense. Give me Stephen Gano. He looked awesome. We're going to take him. He's got star better development. Center out of Auburn. I mean, we saw he had amazing pass block power, run block power. I'm assuming the pass block power is going to be good enough. And he's got good strength. Speed's pretty good. Just looks awesome. Plug and play starting center. Trading a 3, a 4, and a 5 for a future 3 from Detroit. It should be about 30 spots higher if we're as good as I think we're going to be next year. And that's going to be the draft. Didn't go badly. I think it went well, is the word I would use. All right, draft recap. I don't think we did bad with a 78 overall left end at number 4. 88 speed, 82 finesse moves, playing down to an 81. Still good. Still good. Jermaine Barton's a 73. That's fine. He's got 90 speed. He looks okay. I'm not going to say he looks amazing. He looks okay. There's some room for development there. He's, young enough. And then Stephen Gano. I'm going to call him Stefan so bad. But Stephen Gano. Maybe it's Stefan. He can do whatever he wants. 85 run block, 83 pass block. Run block power is awesome. 87 strength. Very, very good center. Got lucky there. I think we are right up there for probably highest overall in the draft. Right up there. There was a 79 overall safety that went at the top of the second. Jose Lynch. And then we have Ronnie Bennett, Dexter Ivory, and Jeff Wilkins tied at number 2. Jets got 2 of the top players in the entire draft. David Austin, by the way, was 75 overall with normal dev. I feel like I'm seeing more normal dev players in the draft again. It's bizarre to me. CPU drafted a star dev corner. Well, I'm assuming star dev. So we'll make him CB3. 5-1 at the midseason mark, doing quite well again. And the team is developing, so, I mean, I see no reason that we should, not continue this greatness. We'll upgrade Hollywood Brown a little bit. Who's going to be a free agent? That's going to be a big thing. Ooh, Lamar. Marcus Peters, Hollywood Brown. Ooh, some big ones. Some big ones. All right, Lamar is going to cripple me financially. Yeah, this is going to be not fun. Let's give him a 5-year deal. Stretch it out a little bit different. And Lamar Jackson's back. Calais Campbell, we'll wait on. Marcus Peters is weird. I'm down for a 2-year deal. Get him back. He wants more money. Hollywood Brown. It's a lot of money for him. I think it's going to be worth it. And he's back. I should be more sure about it, right? I'm not. We kind of collapsed in the second half. 10-7. Not good. Made the playoffs. Lamar was still pretty good. J.K. Dobbins starting to get it going a little bit. 1,300 yards, 16 TDs. But we want him to be above 4 yards per carry significantly. Hollywood Brown, Rashad Bateman right at the 1,020 mark. Not a ton of touchdowns, I guess. Can we see, was it Jermaine Burton had 2 catches? Still don't know his development. And then defensively, Jerome Baker, Patrick Queen over 100 tackles, tackles for loss, 19 for Calais Campbell, enjoying the defensive tackle spot, 10 sacks, and then 4 interceptions from Marlon Humphrey. How is our offense? Number 10, and then defensive points per game, number 12. Still pretty good. It's like we got better and got worse somehow. Don't really get that one. But we will win in the playoffs. 13-7 over the Steelers. And now it's the Ravens against the Jaguars. And the Jags went 13-4, have home field advantage. Their offense was awesome. Their defense is pretty good as well. That is a 3-4 defense that performs fairly well in simulation. There's no way that they're using Jacksonville offensive playbook, right? But I guess they would have to be. No way Urban Meyer got fired that quickly. I've never seen that offense do well before. I'm calling it an anomaly. All right, Jags in the divisional. What can we do? We win. And I think we'll probably hop in 16-1. Oh my goodness. What a season from the Chiefs. We're going to do field general for Lamar. He's a 99 overall. Maybe we'll change the playbook. I want him running though, because he's so good on the ground. But now he's amazing through the air as well. You know, show me superstar. I mean, that's to be expected, I guess. We'll do agile, since that's not being upgraded otherwise. 87 overall to the Chiefs 88. Let's pop in and see what we can do. Hopefully win. Game away from the Super Bowl. This is what we play for. Chiefs on the board first, but miss the extra point. And then take the lead with a field goal, and then another one. 12-7 Kansas City. And their offense is pouring it on. We just cannot find the end zone. Can we do anything here? They're going to go for it on 4th and 3. Dude, our offense cannot score. And I can't switch. I'm stuck on Chuck Clark. Now it lets me switch, but they already got the first. Stupid game. It's just a murder right now. Yeah, I mean, it's over. It is super over. 40-21. Just got beat by the better team this time around. We have a breakout message. Let's bring it to the NFC this week. We have a breakout challenge in the Pro Bowl? What? Cowboys lost to the Chiefs at the Super Bowl. Tom Brady won another MVP. Okay. A lot of money. I'm assuming Calais Campbell retired. Julio retired. I'm not seeing any Ravens here. Calais Campbell's still sticking around. Calais Campbell's down to star dev. I tried this one with development trait regression. I don't know why he would go down other than getting older. I'm probably going to let him go. And Marcus Peters, it's going to have to be a 1-year deal at this point, I think. And I'll raise the money a little bit. It's probably too much for him. Sam Cook, we don't really need. And I want Ben Powers back for 4 years. And he is back. And we have a little bit of money to spend in free agency. So we need to target defensive tackle. We need to target potentially right tackle. Barton does have star dev, by the way. It'll probably be Devin Duvernay who's not re-signed, as much as that would break my heart. We need a right tackle. Ben Powers would be pretty good at right tackle, but he's going to stay left guard. And then defensively, Patrick Queen's superstar X Factor. Ivory got a weird mission in the Pro Bowl. Didn't happen, I guess. And then we need D tackle and strong safety. Roquan Smith is in there. Jimmy Ward's been real good in real life, but we just can't sign older players like that. It just doesn't make any sense. Juan Thornhill could be okay. Sean Murphy Bunting. That's probably going to be the one. We got Sean Murphy Bunting and Greg Little and decided to bring back Calais Campbell. He was the best option and he wasn't very expensive, obviously. No offers on him in free agency because he's so old. And right tackle is still going to be a point of need. Tyree Phillips could slide over. I would be very cool with Tyree Phillips playing right tackle. But we would need an interior guy. I guess Ben Cleveland could start. But I signed Greg Little. He's just young enough where he can be good. Yeah, I guess we'll start him at right tackle. It's not great, but it's someone who can develop a bit. Top prospect here is a D tackle. I'm up for taking a look at him. I wanted a safety, man. The first safety is like a 2nd to 3rd round player. So I guess I'm only going to look at D tackles here at the top. All right. 3 D tackles. Let's see how many of them are actually scouted. Again, I would recommend not going into individual positions or switching and just stay in the main screen when you do that, I found more success of players actually being scouted when you do that. And it's frozen, okay? All right. I'm making a huge trade up to number 1 with Miami. It's a two-parter. Trading a second, a first, and a third all this year for number 13. And then I'm going to trade number 13 to help me move up to 1. All right, 2 first-round picks to move up to number 1. Again, it was a two-parter, we'll call it, kind of like the Browns and Giants trade that involved Kevin Zeitler and Odell Beckham Jr. and Olivier Vernon and all that. But we are moving up to number 1. And for a very good player, let's take a look at Dion Marsh. He's a number 1 for a reason, in my opinion. He's got A, block shedding, A, finesse moves, A, power moves. Huh? Pretty good athlete. Great strength, great speed. Not like elite speed, but very good. He's got A, awareness, A, play rec. He looks like one of the best players I've ever seen. Welcome to the team, Dion Marsh. 6'3", 308. It's only 21 years old, out of Miami. This is our new Calais Campbell. Not quite as big, but both Miami. And both probably with the deepest voices on the planet. 91 strength. 74 speed's pretty good, and I'm really excited to see those attributes. And also, star or better development is nice. It was worth moving up for him. Give me Carlos McRae. He's got B, block shed, and he's fast enough? I don't know. It's the third round, man. We're doing the best we can. Draft recap. 78 overall for Dion Marsh. Playing up to an 81. That's pretty good. He's got 95 strength. It's playing up to it. 85 tackle. Getting upgraded. 83 block shed. 82 power moves. 76 finesse moves. Yeah, he just looks awesome. I had to take a shot. The rest of the draft class was pretty terrible, but it also doesn't matter. And the best overall player in the draft was a running back. Obviously, we don't need that. But he looks pretty good. But we got, a very good player, number 2 in the class. And, running backs are always up here. This is the team for season 3. Little bit of a hole at right tackle, but that's kind of it. And then the rest of the team, I like a lot. Marsh is not going to start right away, but he should play an impact. I'd like it to be better than Chuck Clark at strong safety, but that's just kind of where we are. Marsh will be a rush D tackle right away. We still have Ivory. And I'd love to get Jerome Baker upgraded. It just isn't happening right now. But you've seen the team. Let's see what they're capable of. And we'll simulate to the midseason mark. We've been good so far. We've been great at times. Need to do better in the postseason. This has got to be the Super Bowl season. Only 3-4 at the midseason mark. How is that possible? How is that possible? Our offense, terrible. Defense, terrible. What's happening? We ended up making the playoffs, though, at 11-6, so big turnaround in the second half of the season. I changed the playbooks to Kansas City and Kansas City. That also works well for 4-3. And we have a great tight end, so I might as well utilize him with KC Book. Let's check out the stats, and we're probably going to have more passing yards for Lamar this season. 4,700 passing yards, 45 touchdowns to 14 picks. Rushing, J.K. Dobbins had a reduced role this year. And then receiving, Devin Duvernay in the slot tore it up. 1,000 yards for Andrews and 10 touchdowns. 1,000 yards for Hollywood Brown and 10 touchdowns. Bateman with 808. Jerome Baker led the team in tackles. 22 tackles for loss for Calais Campbell. Also 4.5 sacks. 15.5 sacks for Dafe Owe. And a pick. 6 sacks for Ivory and the rookie Dion Marsh. Not too bad. Wild card round. We got the Titans. And we win 34-28. Now the 12-5 Chargers stand in our way. Lamar with another upgrade. Let's do... I want the accuracies going up. But medium is now past deep. Let's do strong arm. I'm sure it'll be +1 throw power somehow. It's not. Good upgrades, though, regardless. Divisional now against the Chargers. We are better. That doesn't mean anything, though, in Sim. But we crushed them. 56-14. And now we have the Chiefs in our way again. Standing in our way from a Super Bowl appearance. It is the 14-3 Chiefs, but this time we are higher overall. What can we do here against Kansas City? Hopefully smash them. Chiefs up 14-0, 21-0 already. We are finally on the board, but down by 3 touchdowns. Fighting back. Need the defense to step up, and they did. Now it's a touchdown game. Chiefs extend it back, and it's multiple touchdowns again. Too little, too late. Too little, too late. 49-35. Patrick Mahomes threw for 511 yards and 6 touchdowns. It's a Big 12 game. Perfect passer rating as well. They just outpaced us the entire game. That's all it was. We'll do one more season. Try to improve the defense because, God, I don't think they could get much worse. Chiefs won the Super Bowl over the Falcons. Patrick Mahomes, MVP and Offensive Player of the Year. Let's see here. We need to improve the defense. Patrick Queen. Wait, I'm sorry. The CPU at some point signed Baker Mayfield? Why? I am beyond confused. Okay, so I brought back Tyree Phillips and Justin Madubuike and Patrick Queen and J.K. Dobbins. Justin Tucker I have to bring back because he's Justin Tucker. But at the same time, he wants to test free agency. Let's sign him back there. It won't be too hard. I just can't afford Devin Duvernay, and we have a receiver on roster that's like just as good pretty much. So it pains me greatly, but I gotta make it happen. The Giants, the freaking Giants. You see this back here behind me? The Giants, my own favorite team, are going after Justin Tucker so that I can't afford him. And we're gonna have to clear up some space. Tyus Bowser, sorry to say, but goodbye. Marsh only has star dev, unfortunately. What is the one thing I really need right now? It's still like a safety, but I just don't. There's no safety in the class that helps me out. I'm going after Grant Delpit. Adafe Owe is superstar dev now, though. We got Tucker and Johnny Hecker and Grant Delpit. I might, since this is not a realistic rebuild the way I'll do later in the year for the Ravens, I might want to go out and make a big trade for a safety. Like, I know I just signed Grant Delpit, that's fine. But if I can go out and get, you know, maybe a Derwin James, that could be really, really good for my defense. I didn't even get to talk about Tylan Wallace in this video at all. Or K. Johnson. Is K. Johnson on the Ravens? Can't be. I think he was on the Seahawks practice squad. He was a player I liked coming out of South Dakota State a lot. Oh my goodness, by the way. The Giants have a superstar X Factor. Oh my goodness. They have a superstar X Factor safety that's not a starter. I need to clear some cap space to make it happen. I'm giving them Greg Little, but I can get a superstar X Factor strong safety. Just take Grant Delpit. It's gonna kill me with too much into the negative. What can I give away here? Ronnie Stanley and Lamar Jackson just take up so much of my salary cap. I'm handcuffed. Okay, very interesting trade. Greg Little, Leighton Vander Esch is on the move now, and a third for Trailer and Tongue. We want that tongue, baby. He's 78 overall and is super young. So that's my Leighton Vander Esch replacement. Plus, we get a superstar X Factor young safety. Only 23 years old. Yeah, I think he's going to be pretty good. And then Jamar Tongue, who's only 22, has star dev. And I think he's going to make a seamless transition outside linebacker. He might even be better than Leighton Vander Esch because of his age. But now I have the predicament of needing to replace Greg Little. He's not good, so it shouldn't be too difficult, but I don't really have the picks to make it happen. We'll have to get lucky. This dude's name is Coco Griggs. A impact block. Do I just take a shot on this center? Let's do it. He's got hidden dev. 6'4", 317. That looks like a tackle to me. Justin Goddard, right? Oh, he's amazing. I didn't even look at that. I should have looked. Just took the best center available because they're always better than the tackles anyway. And 6'4", 17 like that, or 317. That's what a tackle build is. Like maybe you'd want them to be a little bit taller, like 6'5", but it all depends on arm length. So it's not really an issue in game, obviously. He is a 74 overall and might even be a 75 at tackle. He's a 76 tackle. We upgraded. Let's see this draft though. Couple 78s off the bat. An 81 overall running back, Peter Money. This is the all-name draft. Yeah, offensive line's looking nice. I mean, the offense has been good, and they're going to look even better this year. The defense is as good as it has been. Really good-looking defense. I like the safeties now a lot. I love the cornerback group. I like the D-line a lot. I think the linebackers have big-time potential. So this is a team that should be really, really effective this season. You got Grant Delpit playing slot corner. I'm cool with that. The only change I'm going to make is probably putting Hollywood Brown in the slot. But I think that's it. And maybe Rashad Bateman, receiver 1. 2-4 at the midseason mark. Dead last in the AFC North with an 89 overall team. It makes no sense. Maybe we'll turn it around for the playoffs. It's only 4 losses. If we lose 2 or 3 for the rest of the year, we'll still make the playoffs. And we went 6-11, did not make the playoffs. Defense was 29th. It just doesn't make any sense, man. Lamar threw for 5,500 yards. It's pretty insane. One of the best passing seasons of all time, yardage-wise. Rushing 19 TDs for J.K. Dobbins. But it seems like our defense just allowed a touchdown every drive. Hollywood Brown had 1,700 yards and 15 TDs. Barton even had 900 yards and he was 4th. And then defensively, a ton of tackles, but is that because we're not actually stopping them? Dexter Ivory, 13 sacks, 8.5 for OA. 5 picks for Patrick Queen, 4 for Humphrey and Delpit. Our defense was just terrible. And there's really nothing I can do about that. It's a 90 overall defense, 90 overall team. We'll see it after the dev trait changes in the Super Bowl week, but this is the final team, man. Doesn't make sense that this team would only win 6 games. It's pretty ridiculous in my opinion. The offense was exceptional. Hollywood Brown, superstar. And then defensively, it was amazing as well. Ivory up to star dev. They just didn't do anything. They got destroyed. You're telling me Leighton Vander Esch was the difference between a top defense and the worst defense in the league, basically? Stupid. But that's going to do it for me for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed the team building process. Per usual, hit that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Use code Bengal on SeatGeek to save yourself $20 when you buy tickets for anything. And I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.
It's insane, I hit it at the park, Ben Bones. See me high step to the end zone. My life like a game, Nintendo. Playing with the best, let them know. Get off the track, the train's coming through. Yeah, promise you get in my way, then you best believe I'ma just run over you. Yeah, yeah. Papa turn, taking it back to the house. Defensive joke, I'm laughing so loud. Speedbird's good.